Hey, it's 2025. And our guess is that you probably have some New Year's resolutions that include getting healthier. Well, don't overthink it. Keep it simple this year. We've got two cardiologists here to help give you some tips and tricks and some of the things that we're going to be doing to keep us healthy in 2025. Welcome to Living Heart Smart's New Year's Resolutions 2025 edition.
Matt, to all of our listeners and all of our patients out there, thank you so much for listening. Happy New Year 2025. Gosh, I can't believe it.
Another year's gone. 2025's here, and we're going to make it the most healthy one yet.
So for New Year's resolutions, I think almost everybody has the same health resolutions. You want to eat healthier, you want to try to lose some weight, you're going to exercise more, maybe cut down on some drinking. We're coming out at what?
Those are the big four.
Those are the big four.
Yeah,
right. Those are the big four. And so, but how did we do? Let's review 2024. How did you do, Matt, with your 2024 New Year's resolutions?
Well, 2024, I tried to keep it simple again. I had three big resolutions that I was going for last year, heart health wise. Number one was to lose some weight. Yes, and I did accomplish that. I went down 10 pounds and I've kept it, which I'm very happy about. Number two, thank you very much. Number two was to change my diet. We talk a lot about a Mediterranean style diet. That's kind of, I think, the heart healthiest. And so what I've done in 2024 was to move to a more of a plant forward diet. And I've been very good at that and I've loved it. So that's been great. The third one, not so well. I also wanted to, for some reason, I picked exercise 5 days a week as my target for 2024. And that did not go as well, unfortunately. And I've learned a lot from that. And one of my new resolutions for this year will be to make that one a little bit different, which we'll talk about in a bit. How about you? How did you do last year?
I did pretty well. I think solid B+.
Okay, I like that. Not bad.
I think so. One of the things I wanted to do was try to add some healthier snacks. So I was able to add nuts and berries, and now I eat those almost every day, which has been a real game changer for me. I probably need to work on the sweets and chocolate and, that kind of stuff.
Well, especially this time of year, they're everywhere.
It's everywhere. And then I think the other place where I really kept working on was my exercise goal.
Good.
And I've been consistent again this year. So I added strength training this year in addition to what I was already doing. Good. So I feel like I won that game.
Okay. I like that. Good.
Oh, the final thing I did was I did actually keep my doctor's appointment this year, and I got my lab.
Right.
And I did almost everything I was told to do.
That's rare. But doctors make horrible patients.
Doctors are bad patients.
I've been bad. I don't think I saw a doctor this year. So top of my list for next year is getting in to see my primary care physician.
Yeah.
And I think everybody out there that's listening, please go see your doc. At least make sure you've got a couple different cholesterol levels for this year, because these are very important. And I'm going to go ahead, I'll just tell you the couple that I think are the key. Number one, your bad cholesterol, your LDL cholesterol. That's where all of our treatment targets are focused. Number two, there's either an apolipoprotein B or a non-HDL cholesterol. So what are those two things? Those both look at kind of all your types of bad cholesterol. LDL is just one type. There's also something called IDL and VLDL, which is very low density lipoprotein. And these days, the data shows that looking at all the types of bad cholesterol rather than just the LDL really makes more sense. And that would be either with a non-HDL cholesterol or an apolipoprotein B type cholesterol. So get those done. The other one that's really become popular this year, I'm trying to check it on everybody at least once, is a lipoprotein A, also known as an LP little a. Literally like a little a in parentheses.
Yeah, like a little lowercase a.
Yeah, and that's kind of becoming all the rage for a lot of different reasons. It's like a bad cholesterol and steroids is the way I think about it. It increases your cardiovascular risk 5 times over just bad cholesterol alone. It's genetic. So this is something that you can't control. It's handed down. And about 1 in 5 Americans have an elevated LP little a level and don't know it. And the reason we're checking it now is because there's a number of medications coming out that may affect that in the near future. And it's just important for you to know about it. And then if you have it, you should have your family checked as well, both siblings and children. Those are the 3 biggies, I think. And for me, I'm going. Thank you for the reminder. I'm going to make it happen.
I'm working on, when it comes to the LP little a, I'm reading about that more and more. It's popping up on my news app, but it's not just popping up from, for instance, like Prevention Magazine or Eating Well. It's popping up in Forbes. So
Yeah,
it's coming along. You're going to hear more and more about
you are.
LP little a.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
I
I was going to
saw
say for,
on a bus, there said something on the
nuh-uh,
back. There was a poster that says, "Do you know your lipoprotein LP little a?"
you saw it on
I did. I did. And so I think that's because these pharmaceutical companies that are working on these new products want
right.
everybody to be aware about it, and for good reason. This is really important.
It is. The other thing to work on too, other than just your cholesterol, when you go to see your doctor, know your blood pressure. You have to know your blood pressure. Blood pressure is one of those things that there's so much you can do with taking care of your own blood pressure, but you have to start. What is the number? And you're going to get that checked at the doctor's office. So I think that going to your doctor and taking an opportunity to ask some questions about, well, what can I do to make myself a little bit healthier? That's really the biggest part of the doctor's appointment, I think. Even I use it too. I'm trying not to be my own doctor. I'm really bad at that.
Well,
So I'm
they
working on it.
call the blood pressure the silent killer for a reason, because
Right.
even if you're exercising, even if you're eating well, you just don't know until you check. So that's it. Good point.
Matt, how are you going to work on your exercise routine this year?
So
You said that was one of your goals.
yeah, well, I think I blew it in the sense that for some reason this year, end of this year, I chose, for whatever reason, 5 days a week I'm going to exercise. Because when I do exercise, I usually go 45 minutes or an hour. So I thought that would be plenty. But life gets in the way, work gets in the way. And so some days and some weeks aren't as good as others. And then, like most of us, I get frustrated if I miss some days and don't meet that target. But as you well know, Carolyn, the data says, forget about the days of the week, they say 150 weeks per minute of exercise is the goal.
Minutes per week.
So that's it.
150 minutes per week.
I know, right? And it doesn't matter where you get it. You can get it. Weekend warrior is your thing, and you just want to work on the weekends and get that time in. That's fine. That's just as good as doing it spread out. And I think, as you've mentioned, as you tell your patients sometimes, just splitting it up into smaller little
Right.
snippets of exercise is good too, right?
Right. I was falling apart in that was if I thought I would think to myself, if I didn't have 30 minutes, it wasn't worth it. And I
Right.
didn't do it. And I really had to shift my mindset to be able to say, but 20 minutes is still better than nothing. And so for me, the weekend warrior wouldn't work. I would fall apart on that.
Yeah.
That just is not going to work
Yeah.
for me. But the more consistent, slow and steady wins the race, doing 25 to 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes almost every day of the week. And I finally started for some of my really sedentary patients, the ones who are struggling, they hurt, they don't want to get up and move.
Right.
And 20 minutes isn't reasonable. I even went shorter than that. 150 minutes. You can divide that into 15 10-minute increments
Sure.
that you need to get done throughout those 7 days, and then you start again. And so
That's a good
hopefully
point.
that helps.
Another thing I've stopped telling people is because so many people want to lose weight. And so I talk to them about exercising to lose weight. And then the weight doesn't come down as easily as most people hope. And then they stop exercising because the weight's not coming down.
They feel
well,
frustrated.
I try to tell people now, my patients, listen, exercise because exercise is good. It's good for your heart. It's good for your brain. It's good for your blood pressure. It's good for your mental health. It does so many good things. So don't worry about the weight if it's not coming off, because it takes way more work than you think to get that weight off, which is a subject for another day maybe. But anyway, you just get out there and keep moving. You got to keep moving.
Keep moving, because good things are happening in your body, even if you don't see those changes on the scale.
And every 89 and 93-year-old that I talk to, that's one of their keys. They tell me, I get up every day and I move around. So
they move around.
Don't forget. Okay.
Right.
So next up for me, because we talked about a little bit, you mentioned some habits. Mm-hmm. And so for me, for 2025, I'm going to try to break one habit, just one, and make that something I can focus on. So for me, that's going to be lunch. I'm not a breakfast eater. Lunch sometimes gets really busy. I'm at the office. I'm seeing patients. Lunch tends to be, I'm calling it a lunch scramble. It's like, okay, how can I get food? Where can I get food? How does it get it fast and whatever.
Get it fast, get it in my mouth.
Right.
Done. Inhale it.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. So the big focus for me for 2025 is going to be on preparation, bringing food in, bringing healthy food in, and just taking that off the list, because if I don't do well now, it stresses me out. And so I'm just going to be good going forward. Take that off the table. hopefully we'll see.
I can verify for that.
Yeah,
That's true.
right.
The
Yeah,
lunch scramble is real.
it's real,
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
Yeah. And we have in our own clinic, we have a restaurant that's right below us. So it
It's great.
couldn't be any easier, but it's just not always the healthiest. So yeah, that's something I'm going to work.
Yeah. I think the habit I'm going to try to break this year is I just need to work on my less healthy sweets, my not health. Like, I should just be honest. They're not very healthy. Some of the things that I like to snack on during the day, like the chocolate and
Yeah.
the chocolate and the chocolate. It's a lot of chocolates.
Right. Well, dark
Thanks.
chocolate is better than milk
It
chocolate.
is,
And of
but
course,
it's still too much.
moderation is the
That's the
key.
problem. That's the
So there's
problem.
actually some interesting data coming out on dark chocolate now, which may be
Maybe another
worthy
episode.
another episode. But anyway,
I think
if you're
so.
going to do it, dark chocolate
is
minimal,
better. Right.
So
But
be
I'm
smart.
going to try to go back to the apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah,
And I'm going to
maybe.
try it again. I tried it last year. It didn't work so well, but we'll keep on.
Yeah.
It's a
I
new
think
year.
the key is just having healthy stuff, because if healthy stuff is there, you'll grab it. Having plenty of fruits and nuts around and no chocolate around are the bad stuff. Make it happen. Good. Break those habits one at a time. Focus on 2025, just breaking one bad habit, moving it to a good one. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. That way you're more likely to meet your goals. Let's talk about other things that we do to help meet our goals. I'll tell you one of mine. I've got a couple that are more time related. Number one is I break the year up into 4 different time frames. Like I go from the new year to April 1st or tax day sometimes. Then I'll go to July 4th. Then I'll go to Thanksgiving, and then I'll go to the end of the year. And a lot of that is just based on, it's a little easier for me to see the window, to see the finish line, if you will, like if I wanted to lose a couple pounds or keep eating healthy, and then kind of reset the clock. And that gives me a fresh mind each quarter of the year. So that's been good for me. The other thing is I even shorten it up more than that. I'll start every Monday morning, like, okay, here we go. Whatever, throw away last week, throw away the weekend. If I didn't do something great,
Right.
I'll focus it. And that's really helpful too, like Monday, because you can only look
Yeah.
forward. You can't look back. The other thing
Right.
that I do that you know about is I like to compete. So for
Yes,
me, when
you
I
like to
do these
compete.
things, it's easier for me if I got a friend or a buddy that wants to do the same thing. And then we can razz each other or keep each other accountable, because sometimes it's a lot easier that way. So those are my 3, I think.
Yes, the competition.
Yeah.
For sure. Yes, I know all about those competitions.
Yes, let's bet. Let's bet.
Let's bet. I'll bet you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not betting.
Okay.
No, let's bet. I think that for me, being really specific, what do I want to do? And my time frames, I don't necessarily split the year up into different time frames, but for instance, when I'm trying to make small goals while I'm exercising, you can make a goal. I want to run a 3 or a 5K by Turkey Trot at Thanksgiving 2025.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's been a little bit different than that. I'll make goals on, I want to be able to be running at a certain pace for a certain amount of time, and I want to do it by the end of next month, and starting planning on how I'm going to get there in order to achieve those goals. And so you have to be specific and you have to make a plan, and you should write those things down.
Yeah,
that will help you.
That does help.
Move along.
I'm glad you brought that up, because something else just came to mind. And I do, like, I'll plan a big hike or something like that with some friends, let's say for next fall, knowing that I need to be in shape for that.
Right.
So the motivating factor isn't so much that I'm going to be exercising next week, but a longer term goal, a big thing that I know I'm going to have to push for. That's been very helpful for me too. Yeah, good.
And as you say that, I also think, as you say that, I have people, when they come into the office and see me, they say, oh, I'm going to go on this big trip. And people come back from their big trips and they say, I walked X number of days. And so when I hear people telling me that they are going on a big trip, I tell them the same thing. You need to train for that and start.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because all those trips to wherever, 10,000 steps a day, 20,000 steps a day, you're going to enjoy yourself much more if you start working for it. So that's great.
That's for sure.
Any other tips or tricks for 2025 as we hear the ambulance rolling up to our facility as we speak?
Yeah, there's an ambulance going by.
All right.
That's what it is, right?
So I think I think the key is keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Write it down. Be very specific. And 2025 is going to be awesome.